Hey, it's remake. In this video, I'm going to be redoing one of my really old tutorial videos because it was absolutely fucking terrible. Today, we're going to be doing Khmer Elephant Rushes, and this time, hopefully, I'll actually do a good job of it. Now, the map I've picked out is Hillfort, and while Hillfort doesn't have any berries on the top of your hill, it's the map that I'm going to be doing just because it's what this particular build order was originally optimized for. So, we'll see what happens. And of course my opponent's Koreans. There's a very long story that I don't feel like telling right now since this is a build order video. Remind me in the comments to tell you the Korean story. So, classic, typical build order stuff. You're gonna want to do a fast castle, and it's gonna be a very fast castle because you're going to make full use of the ludicrous amount of bonuses that the Khmer have. Specifically, the fact that you don't have to build prerequisite buildings, and the fact that your farms can just send food instantly to your town center, because this video is sponsored by Aperture Technologies, totally not doing anything inhumane. So you're just going to want to push in your deer instantly. They're so close to your town center that there's no reason not to. And then you're going to want to put the next 4 on wood after you put your first 6 on sheep. Standard build order stuff, as this villager decides he's going to be complete and total dumb fuck. So there goes one of my sheep. This is actually pretty bad, to the point where I think I'm actually going to defy conventional wisdom and just take it now. But after I put 4 on wood, I'm just gonna put another guy on to deer in lieu of luring a boar on this map. On, like, any other map, on any open map, I'd go ahead and lure my boar here. But here, it's just that everyone's going to go onto food because I want to minimize rot, and since I have balls, my opponent theoretically can't lane me. Also because the AI doesn't know how to lane, but that's a completely different issue. So I'm just going to keep putting people on food, make sure I remember to build houses. Build houses next to resource drop-off points as Khmer. Speaking of, by the way, just to be clear, this is a build order optimized for the Khmer. you will not be able to do anything this sneaky as any other civ in the game. It's going to be 23 plus 2. No, it's going to be a 23 plus 0. I'm so used to fast castle builds being plus 2 that I forgot that, oh right, I'm playing the civ that doesn't have to do that. And I'm also going to make sure that my farms get placed. And really, after these 4 bills, everyone else goes on to wood until I need to put the 2 on gold. And I usually like putting my 2 on gold a little bit early. And just to be clear, I said this is 23 plus 2. I know I'm repeating myself. This isn't scripted. This should be scripted. So, after these 5 bills are queued, I don't like putting the last 2 bills on because it makes builds way too tight for me personally. That's really nice lure. So my scout's probably idling right now. I'd want to make sure that I get the mining camp down. It's gonna be a really shitty mining camp, but it's gonna be a mining camp. So at 22 pop, go up. This is incredibly fast. Very fast castle, but you can do it as Khmer. Because I currently have 16 on food. And we're gonna basically hope this works, because otherwise I'll waste like 6 minutes of recording time. Feel free to add a metric fuck ton of Dark Age farms. They're inefficient. It's inefficient to do so, like in the grand scheme of things, but it'll work out. Speaking of things that will work out, not this. I'm gonna have a little bit of town center idle time, and I'm gonna chalk that down to the fact that I accidentally took a sheep from right underneath that far away. But I'm up, just like that. So I'm going to send a villager out. I'm going to make sure I have 5 on gold. Work with whatever farms I have, and put 1 bill forward, built a stable house, and a forward farm. I'm going to be farm rushing my opponent, because Khmer have a shit ton of bonuses that are really helpful here. I'm also just gonna go ahead and make sure that my scout doesn't let him die. So this forward house is mostly as protection for the forward bill. And essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna queue up 7, 8 elephants, and I'm gonna just rush down his town center. Now, how he just hit Feudal Age, and I'm about to hit Castle Age with the time just over 13 minutes. Actually, it might be just under 13 minutes. And immediately I'm going to queue as many elephants as possible. I'm going to make sure my farming eco is up to stat. I'm going to make sure I'm queuing villagers. Elephant production here is slightly, ever so slightly more important than villager production. So, if you have to choose between elephant production and villager production, choose elephant production probably 60% of the time. I'm gonna make sure I have scouted what my opponent's base looks like. The inside. And another advantage to this build being so fast to the Feudal Age is that you can follow up with the relatively fast defense if your opponent decides that they're going to try and aggro in Feudal. Now, it ruins the build order trying to get to Castle Age, but that doesn't do very much in the grand scheme of things if he's hurt himself that much more in the process. Note that I still don't have a mill, and I think him hitting Castle Age is actually probably just going to be a good time to brush him down. We'll see what unit pathing against gates is like. Keeping your original scout alive here is really important. So you can either do this, or you can pick off monks more easily as well. Now, an attentive human player is actually going to let you do that, but this is an AI. They're just gonna let you run your scout around the town center taking arrow fire for about that long. I saw him forwarding a villager, so I'm actually slightly worried about that. And eventually you might also just want to add a couple knights to make sure that you can pick off stragglers. Because your scout's going to be the most mobile part of your army here. But if you add in a couple of knights, it just makes everything easier to just pick off enemy villagers and go. And I think that's actually going to be good for that. So, I'm happy with the damage I've done to him. And I'm apparently not going to add town centers and go because the AI just resigned. Oh my god. Oh, AI is so hilarious. It's just this random castle in the middle right here that I somehow managed to completely miss. But now, of course, the AI can't really do anything with that castle in the middle of nowhere except maybe wait for me to hit him and trap it down, but That's not even gonna do anything. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Hopefully y'all actually learned something through my incessant rambling. And I will see y'all next time, after I look through all the stats real quick just to show you.